Hey guys, this is Dr. Hines with Sarah Falk, our resident crunchy, oily mama, and we are going to talk today. This is our lunch and learn on giving Dr. Mom some tools in her toolkit to help boost her child's immune system. Sarah has a BSI in bioinformatics. She's an aromatherapist, and she's a certified natural health practitioner. And you can find her blog at renaissancemama.com. So today we're going to talk about essential oils. We're going to talk about some things that you can do to enhance your immune system. And if you've ever been sick, if you're a patient in my office, then you've gotten our newsletter, our blog, a link to our blog on different tips that you can do to enhance your immune function. One of those is getting adjusted. So that's why if you call in sick, then we still encourage you, if you're not hugging the toilet, to come in and get adjusted, because that's the best thing to enhance your immune function, increase white blood cell count. I've got some articles that we've been talking about recently about the flu epidemic in 1917 and how people who were seeing a chiropractor regularly had a significantly lower risk of death and even illness in the first place. So make sure you're getting adjusted regularly. That's the first foundational thing. And then I'm going to let Sarah take over and expand on the other things that we can do using oils.
Thank you. Cool. I'm so excited to get to chat with you guys today. Through the last 10 years or so, as I've been learning different things on how to take care of my kids and helping resource people, there are so many things we can do naturally to take care of our kiddos, so when somebody gets a cold or they get a stomach bug or whatever it might be, we're not panicking as a mom because we have tools to be able to help them, but we're also not having to run to the doctor's office for every little thing and then be exposed to even more germs and bugs and all of that. So I want to just go through some different things today that have been really valuable for us. And the first thing I'm going to start with is essential oils. Essential oils have been enormous for our family in helping support our immunity and in helping us recover. They go hand in hand with chiropractic, with having a healthy lifestyle, with avoiding sugar, with getting sunlight, all of those really core foundational things that none of us are perfect at, but we're always adding it in and saying, what can I do to help my family be healthier? Avoiding sugar is huge. Avoiding processed foods, that kind of thing, all of that lowers our immune system just by being exposed to it. But essential oils and then these other things that I'm going to talk to you about today can all help your family be healthy. So essential oils have been fascinating to me for a number of years now because of how powerful and effective they are. You might have heard the story of the band of robbers back in the 1840s when the Black Plague spread through Europe, and so many people were dying of the Black Plague. So there were these robbers that were going around and robbing people who had died of the Black Plague. And when I stop and think about that, I'm like, they were really bold because here's a dead person and they're robbing them. I don't want anything to do with that, right? And they were staying healthy. And so the king went in and said, okay, now we've captured you. Now what is your secret? Why aren't you dying of the plague? And why aren't you afraid of dying of the plague? And it turns out that they were spice and oil traders. And so they had a blend of essential oils that they would rub all over themselves, and they would go and do their junk, and then they would come back and bathe themselves in it again, and then their wives would let them come back in the house. And they didn't catch this plague that was going around. And so it's called a thieves blend, and the original recipe can actually be found in museums in Europe. It's so cool. But we have a blend of essential oils that is called Thieves. And so here's the little bottle, and this is Thieves, and I use this all the time. Somebody gets a hint of something, and I'm adding Thieves to just help us get over it and not get sick. The kids are going to go to homeschool co-op or to church or to school or wherever, and I'm putting Thieves on the bottom of their little feet before they go out. And it just drastically reduces the amount of sickness that we have to deal with. It's wonderful. And my husband and I, Thieves can be a little bit spicy, but this is a Thieves Vitality, and so we will just drop it right in our mouth, and it helps a lot in kicking things quickly. So you say, what are essential oils? I've heard about these. I see them everywhere now. You can find them in the grocery store, and Bed Bath & Beyond, and Best Buy, and Kohl's. I mean, all these random places, right? But there's some really important things for you to know so that you can use essential oils safely. So one is that you need to be very concerned about the purity of oils, because the vast majority of the oils on the market are highly diluted and adulterated with chemicals and extenders and synthetics, things that our bodies don't know how to process and that are harmful to our bodies. So I use Young Living essential oils, and that is the brand that I recommend. We've used them for 7-8 years now, and they have been wonderful for our family. We've been to the farms. The farms are wonderful. There is no chemicals, no pesticides, no herbicides, no men in scary white suits anywhere. But you can go around and you can plant and you can help them harvest, and they do lots and lots of testing on their oils to make sure that there is no chemicals in your oils. So dollar for dollar, when you look at it, you actually get a very good value. You get what you pay for, right? And so you only need a drop or two of this when you're going to use it, because it's so highly concentrated and potent. So what do oils do for us? What does that look like? Oils, so if you think about an oil in a plant, they come from plants, right? And essential oils are the lifeblood of the plant. They carry oxygen to the cells. They help promote wound healing. They help the cells be absorbable, so I can actually take up nutrients. Just so many things to build up the armor of the plant. And they work the same kind of way in us. And because they were created by God, they know how to work inside of our body the way that our body needs them. So we don't even have to say, I don't have to get the exact right oil that I need if something's going on. I can say, hey, I know that thieves has some properties that would help with whatever's going on. Let me give you some thieves. And I don't have to have it to an exact science to get it to work, right? So we use these in a lot of different ways. We put them on the bottom of our feet. We'll put them on our wrists, on our skin, the back of our neck, rub them on our temples. We'll do a drop internally. And we also put them in a diffuser. So if you can see, here's our little diffuser. And so when you're diffusing oils up into the air, one, it's making your house smell good, and you're not using toxic chemicals like air fresheners and all that kind of stuff that has formaldehyde in it and is calcifying your pineal gland and causing cancer and doing all kinds of yucky things to your body. So if you're using any of those kinds of air fresheners, I'm like, please get them out of your house. You can make a little spray bottle with essential oils and a little water and a little witch hazel, shake it up, and you can spray it in your bathroom. We have a blend called Purification. You can put that in your toilet paper holder and stick that in your bathroom, and it will make your bathroom smell great, and you're not using anything that's toxic for you. So I love these diffusers. We have them going in our house all the time. The kids get a little cold or something, and I have oils diffusing in their bedrooms at night, and so to support their respiratory systems and help them be healthy. So we've really relied on these oils a lot. And so I want to show you just a couple of them that I really love for immunity. And so I'm even stocking up on some of these right now. And a lot of them come in the Young Living Starter Kit. If you're not a wholesale member yet, we're going to talk in a little bit about how you can be a wholesale member and how then you can have in your home a lot of these resources I'm going to talk about today. So Thieves is one of these, comes in the starter kit. Amazing. We use it for everything. And we also have a whole line of household cleaners, of hand soaps, of dish soap, of laundry soap, so many things to help you clean toxins out of your home. Because every time you're exposed to toxins, that also affects your immune system. So Thieves is wonderful. Also have frankincense. Frankincense is such a powerful oil. You may have heard of frankincense because it was brought as a gift to the Christ child, right? And I always thought, man, frankincense and myrrh and gold. I get the gold, but frankincense and myrrh are kind of odd baby gifts, right? No, the wise men were wise, and they were being very strategic in what they brought to Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus. Frankincense is an amazing immune booster, and it's very, very valuable. There have been wars fought in Egypt over frankincense. And so this one is a very gentle immune booster. I use it on infants even. My little guy, when he was a newborn, I would use Thieves on my bigger kids, and then I would use frankincense just rubbed on the bottom of his little feet, and it helps keep their immune system strong. So frankincense is wonderful and something that you could use every day. Frankincense. And Okay, I'm gonna show you two more, and then I'm gonna move on to some of my different, my non-essential oil things that I use for our family. So this is lemon. Lemon is wonderful to diffuse and to help clean and purify the air, help clean and purify surfaces. If you go to pubmed.com, there's a lot of things that I cannot be super explicit about in this video, but if you go to PubMed and type in lemon essential oil, prepare to have your mind blown a little bit. This is another one. This is called Raven. And Raven is really good for respiratory and for boosting your respiratory immune system. So any kind of colds, stuff like that, it is wonderful to help you breathe well and help your lungs stay healthy. So I put this in the diffuser all the time. I'll drop it straight on my chest, on my kids' chest, on their backs. Oils down the spine is a really great place to put them because we harbor bacteria and viruses in our spine. And so applying oils in the back of our spine can help keep us healthy there as well. So there's our essential oils. Now I'm going to show you a couple of other things. Another tool that I really love is called colloidal silver. And so colloidal silver has been around for centuries and was very, very commonly used kind of before the advent of antibiotics. And so now, modern medicine, antibiotics has kind of taken over. And so has kind of taken over, and so colloidal silver has died down a little bit in popularity, but it is super, super effective and really powerful, and it's something we don't go without. So you can buy it in a liquid version, and you can also get a gel. And so when my daughter was little, she kept having recurring fevers left over from some 9-month-old vaccinations. And like 104, really high and scary. Febrile seizures, all that stuff. And so kept happening over and over again. And so I learned about colloidal silver, and I gave her colloidal silver. And y'all, I just gave it to her one time, and then she quit having the fevers. I was like, thank you, Lord. So we've used this over and over again through the years. We'll get the gel and we'll put it on a little cut, something like that. Helps promote wound healing. We can put colloidal silver in the eyes. So if you have a sty or something like that in your eye, colloidal silver is safe to put in the eye. There's not very many things that you can put in the eye, but colloidal silver is one of those. You can also use breast milk if you happen to have that around. If you're a nursing mama, you sure do. But I'm out of that nursing stage, so I don't have breast milk anymore, right? So I use colloidal silver for that. So what colloidal silver does, tell you real quick, is that what it does is for the bacteria and the viruses, it actually stops the cellular respiration. So then it kills the cells and they can't multiply out, the bacteria and the viruses. But it supports our body and our immune system. Fantastic stuff. Love it. Get a bottle, Amazon, Whole Foods, Sprouts, place like that, and have it in your house. You will be glad that you do. All right, another thing that I use a lot is called elderberry. And you may have heard of elderberry. It is one of the top antiviral herbs that there is. And it's pretty readily available right now. So some people make their own at home, and I've done that before. But I tend to buy it on Amazon just for kind of ease of use. So I get it off Amazon. You can get the syrup, you can get the gummies. You want to find one without fillers in it, but it's huge to help with cold and flu prevention and to also help shorten the duration of any of those sicknesses as well. And it tastes good. My kids love it. They're like, we want, yeah, they have nicknames for it. They're like, we want our blood. I'm like, no, we're not drinking blood anyway. But they love it. They're like, we want to take this, and it helps keep them healthy. It's said that the average American gets between 6 and 12 colds a year, but because of these different immune boosting things that we do, we're more like 2 maybe. So very good. So I love elderberry. I also love homeopathics. So homeopathics can be another great tool in your tool belt to help keep your family healthy. So this is an example of one that I really like. This is made by Boreon, and it's called Cold Calm. Yeah, I believe you can even get this in Walgreens. And they are little sugar tablets. They look like that, and so you just pop one out, and they just dissolve in your mouth. And what they do, if you start taking one at the onset of symptoms, you can follow the instructions on the box. At the onset of symptoms, it can help knock the cold out before it even gets started. So yesterday, actually, I felt like I had a little cold coming on, and I'm like, no, I don't want a cold, right? And so I took a few of these, boom, gone. love it. The kids like it. They'll just pop it in. It'll dissolve in their mouth. They're so helpful. And one of the reasons I like Cold Calm is because with homeopathy, you have to be very, very specific about which remedy you choose. There's a reason why there are people that focus their study on homeopathy, because there's so much to know about the different remedies. And it can be very complicated. It's fascinating, but it'll be something like the person has a tight chest and they don't sleep very well at night and they don't tend to be high energy in general, right? Or this person has very vivid dreams and they have a little bit of a runny nose, and so that's the remedy that they need, right? It can be complicated. And so I like this Cold Calm because it has a multiple different remedies inside of it. And so I just find it to be very effective. But that's also one reason why I really like essential oils is they're a little bit broader. I don't have to get the exact right one to fulfill my purpose, right? But homeopathy is definitely a great thing you want to have on hand. There is another homeopathy one called oscillocosinim. I didn't quite say that right, but it's also made by Boreon, and it's really helpful for the flu in particular. So you can take some of it as a preventative for the flu, or you can also take it if you're starting to have onset of symptoms. So highly recommend those. It will help shorten the duration of whatever it is that you're dealing with. All right. I think three more, if I'm keeping my count here. So I want to talk about vitamin C and vitamin D for a minute. So vitamins, we've all heard our moms talk about vitamins, right? Take your vitamins. And after a little while, I'm like, really? Do they do anything? But so there's a few things to know, because one, sometimes they actually don't do anything. Because if your vitamins are synthetic, then your body doesn't know how to process them. Vitamins made in nature actually have a different chirality, a different optical rotation, the molecule does, than the ones that are made in the lab. And so the ones that are made in the lab, our body's like, what is that? And so they just flush it out, or it can actually have negative effects on our body. But when we have vitamins from natural food sources or from a whole foods based vitamin, then our body says, oh yes, I know what to do with that. I can uptake it. And it's important to know that these vitamins, so if you go and take vitamin C, for example, and then you have just ascorbic acid, which is the main ingredient, it's just the ascorbic acid, and your body's like, if I don't have the biflavonoids and the other pieces that I need to be able to absorb the ascorbic acid, then you just eliminate it. And it hasn't done you any good, right? You've basically paid for a vitamin that you eliminated and it didn't benefit your body. So you want to find a high quality one so that your body gets the immunity that you're after. So Young Living has a vitamin called Super C that I love. And it has the vitamin C in it. It also has the biflavonoids, the rutin, the minerals, the different pieces that are so important to be able to help us uptake it and actually absorb it. So I love that one, and it's a chewable, so my kids will take it too. Score! So vitamin C is super helpful, and it's been found, there was a study in 2011, I think, 2017, let's see, somewhere in there, of a woman that had some acute respiratory virus. And so they had done everything they needed to do in the hospital and it wasn't working, and they were scared they were going to lose her. And so they did an IV vitamin C therapy, and what do you know? She recovered and had full lung function. So don't knock vitamin C. Don't underestimate its power when you have a really good quality one. And vitamin C is water soluble, and so you can take pretty much as you need until you start having the runs. And then okay, I'm at saturation point, and then you can back off a little bit, right? Vitamin D is another really valuable vitamin to help boost your immune system. And it also has been shown to have powerful qualities in fighting cancer and helping prevent cancer. Because one of the things that vitamin D does is it signals apoptosis, which is programmed cell death for the cancer cells. We're like, yes, we want cell death for cancer cells, right? These vitamins, they're so smart. God's so good, right? So you can take the vitamin D, and it will help, if there's any cancer cells in your body at all, it can help kill those, and it just boosts your immune system. So vitamin D is one of those that our body generates when we get exposure to the sun. But especially in wintertime, or if you live in a northern climate, you're not getting that much sun exposure. So it's important to supplement, again, with a good quality vitamin D, because a lot of them have fillers and just junk in them that you don't want. So this is a vitamin D. This one is called Biodemulsion Forte. show you that one. And it's by Biotics Research. And Dr. Hines carries it here in her office. And so if you want to get this version, then you can connect with her about how to get that by messaging Ahead of the Curve Chiropractic. She can help you with that. A couple other little things that we do is a probiotic. Probiotic is super important for boosting your immune system because 70% of our immune system is in our gut. And our gut is affected by so many things around us and by antibiotics. Antibiotics actually kill the good, healthy microflora in our gut. And we get exposed to antibiotics all the time. We don't even realize it. So in food that we eat, if we actually take antibiotics, it's in our water, if our water hasn't been properly filtered. So we're just bombarded. So it's important to take a probiotic and to take a good quality probiotic, because you can take a probiotic, but it may not do your body any good. So I want to show you one that I like. Young Living carries two different kinds. They carry one that's capsules that after you open it, it goes into the refrigerator. And so that's a great kind. They also carry, it's called Life 9. They also carry this one, and this is my favorite and my kids' favorite, and it's called Mighty Pro. And it's just a little packet that you tear open and you take. Adult dosage is 2, child dosage is 1. Although it won't hurt them if they take more than that, because my kids like it. I now have to keep the bag up high because they really like it. And so this has both probiotics and prebiotics. Prebiotics are the plant-based nutrition that actually feeds the probiotics in your tummy. So these are important. Take these every day and you will not get sick as much.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
And hopping on one foot. I also have, we do carry Pro Synbiotics in the office from Standard Process. They also have prebiotics, but these are in capsule form. They don't taste nearly as good as the Young Living. And then also we carry Congaplex, and Congaplex is also from Standard Process, and it's your multivitamin along with vitamin C and echinacea to enhance your immune function. So we have these in the office. We have a lot of patients that take these and just double up on this to enhance immune function. So just wanted to throw those two products in there.
Yeah, thank you. That's awesome. Okay, couple more things, and then we'll be done with this segment. This is another thing that we do every day. This is called Ningxia Red, and this is from a wolfberry that comes from the Ningxia region, province of China, actually, but way up in the north where they don't have any of the contaminants, they don't have any of the pollution that's down in the southern regions. And people that eat these wolfberries and drink this Ningxia every day, their lifespan is incredible. Like they're still climbing mountains at 105, 110 years old because they're so healthy. These have so many nutrients in it that helps balance our blood pressure, balance our blood sugar, helps our eyesight, and is amazing for our immune system. So you won't catch us without these. And it tastes great. My kids love them. They call them Ningxia Red, actually. And my little guy, we always joked, because I drank a lot of Ningxia Red when I was pregnant with him. And so we're like, he's going to be our ninja baby. And he totally is. He's like, I'm a ninja, Mom. They're so cute. So I love this. Also, digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes are really powerful, again, to help our gut and to help us digest our food and actually pull the nutrients out of our food that we need. So Young Living carries 4 different kinds depending on which one your body needs support digesting. So I've thrown a lot of things at you at one time today. So if you have any questions, please send me a message. Send Dr. Hines a message through Ahead of the Curve Chiropractic. And then if you're interested in becoming a wholesale member of Young Living and being able to access these amazing oils and the Thieves Cleaner and the Thieves products, the Ningxia Red, the probiotic, all those things, then send Dr. Hines a message in the Head of the Curve Chiropractic and she will hook you up. So thanks for listening, and we'll be back in a minute with a really fun make and take.